Good afternoon, Brian Sellis. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right. Did you know that in 2010, more than 1/3 of children in the United States suffer from obesity? That's according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The CDC also defined obesity. It means suffering from excessive body fat. I'm Brian Sellis, and I'm a store manager for the Whole Foods at the Lamar location here in Austin, Texas. I am here to tell you about how the Dell Foundation has changed my life. Throughout my presentation, I'll talk about what the Dell Foundation is, and I'll also talk about how Whole Foods and the Dell Foundation can work together to make a better future. Now, I'll be passing around packets with some research that I've done. Here we go. So, in order for two parties to work together, we both must know them. So that brings me to my first point. What is the Dell Foundation? The Dell Foundation is a nonprofit organization. They believe that it is their right, or it is their duty, to improve the education system, to reduce poverty, and to also improve the health system. They believe that if they improve the education system, we will have better leaders tomorrow. We will have better leaders in the future. If we reduce poverty, we will reduce the number of kids that fall behind among their peers. And if we reduce obesity, we're going to reduce the amount of diseases that children suffer in the long run. Obesity can cause type 2 diabetes, so it is important and it is up to us to change this around. But how does the Dell Foundation accomplish these improvements? They focus on 4 goals. Their first goal is to establish childhood obesity prevention and wellness programs. Their second one is provide pediatric research. The third is to provide basic health services for under and uninsured children. And their fourth one is to provide childhood safety for abused children. Now, with this being said, in your packets, under those 4 points, there is a graph in how they distribute their funds. With seeing this, I am proud, along with Dell, to say that they are the 53rd biggest foundation in the nation. Now that we know a little bit about Dell, let's talk about how Whole Foods and Dell Foundation can work together. The philanthropic views of Whole Foods is to give back to the local community. They work individually. They do not work with a corporation. It is store decisions. The store decides to which organizations to give money to. Their goal is to reduce obesity and to also improve the health of children in their communities. They promise to give 5% of their net profits each year. According to Fortune 2011, Whole Foods overall made $10 billion. Now, what can $10 billion do? Dell Foundation works with El Buen Samaritano Episcopal Mission. El Buen Samaritano helps to reduce obesity in Central Texas. It helps by promoting healthy foods and also by promoting sports. Children come here and they are involved with physical activities. They also create unities among families. Families can come here and they can also take lessons. Now, El Buen Samaritano works with the Dell Foundation. The Dell Foundation gives $200,000 to the El Buen Samaritano for them to do classes like these. Now, with some research done, as seen on your second page of your packet, Among the top 10 poorest cities in America, 3 of them are located in Texas. First place is Brownsville, third place is McAllen, and 10th place is Laredo. If we can provide the resources for these cities, they can provide services like the ones that we have here in Central Texas. Now, underneath that list, I made additional research. I found the top 200 cities in the United States. And among the top 100, 9 were located in the United States. They were located in Texas. Sorry about that. And the first place was taken by McAllen. McAllen listed as a fattest city in America, and also listed as one of the poorest cities in America, says a lot. It says that they need resources. It says that we need to give back to the community. So I'm here to tell you that we can make a difference. Our goal is to give back to the community, to promote healthy lifestyles, to make better leaders for tomorrow. So if we provide resources for the top 3 cities in Texas, and for big cities like Houston and Dallas, and just give them $200,000 each, we can give them $1 million. $1 million is not 5% of $10 billion. It is less than that, meaning that we can do that all together. If Whole Foods promotes healthy lifestyles, then we can turn this around. We can change Texas for the better. Now, what are the benefits? Once again, we can decrease the diseases. We can decrease the struggles that families might go through. What if their kid has a type 2 diabetes? We can reduce the cost or the trouble of them finding doctors. We can also stick to our goal of that 5%. We can do something about it. We can invest it in something as good as something to our children. And thank you so much for your time. I hope you take into consideration the plan.
Thank you. I have a question.
Yes.
Do you have a timeline for which you want to achieve your goal?
Well, as of right now, our timeline is 2 years, because right now the past 2 years have been successful, as in Dell has expanded internationally, and we just provided funds to India and also South Africa. So now we have more places to spread funds to. So it'll be fine in these places. For example, McAllen and the poorest cities in America, they don't have Whole Foods. So we would have to find centers and communicate with them and how we would want to spend these funds. So it'll be around 2 years.
Okay, thank you.
So how exactly would the funds that we would donate be spent in these cities that it's being allocated to?
Okay, so if we invest on each city, our goal is to reach 5 cities. Mm-hmm. If we do $200,000 to each city, we are able to provide equipment for for children to play sports. We're able to provide instructors to guide parents or to teach children how to live a healthy lifestyle or a healthy life. So it would just go to instructors. Our mission is to not to build centers, but to create a place where they can feel safe, or find a place where they can feel safe, and just add on to resources.
Okay, so you're adding to existing resources.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're creating tangible like equipment and then educating.
Yeah,
the
services.
community. Okay.
Yes.
Do you know what current services are being provided at this point?
At this point, yes. For example, at Buen San Metano, which we donate to, we are part of that. We are able to provide, the center is able to provide ESL classes for parents. They're able to provide, as I said, different variety of classes, healthy choices. They're able to provide classes where they can interact with their kids. And in the meantime, kids take different kind of classes as well. They create intramural sports for kids to play with among each other. So it'll be more of like an interactive kind of thing for kids.
Does your foundation focus on childhood obesity or obesity as a whole?
The Dell Foundation focuses on childhood obesity.
child,
Yes.
okay.
And parents come along, come into this as in they're pretty much the ones making the meals. They are the ones who are in charge of what their children eat. So
Okay.
they'll learn about the process and the meals.
Okay.
Is there any more questions?
I think you've got, where did the information come out of your ranking? Oh, I think it's on here, the
Yes.
10 cities that were listed as the poorest cities.
Yeah, it was found on an article on Daily Finance
Okay.
by AO.
And how current is that?
I believe it was last year. Any more questions? All right. Well, thank you once again for your time, and I really hope that you take into consideration the plan.
Thank you.
Thank you.